Alright, Cannabis Genome DAO Town Hall number 6. So we are going to run through a couple things on the agenda, because hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Get some quick updates. So the grants is the first thing on today's agenda. So the Ocean DAO grant round 15 will be submitting by the end of the month. And that is basically, I've been communicating with that team, it's pretty much already approved. Part of the application approval process is interaction and participation in the Ocean DAO community. So I've been doing that now for a couple months. I've gotten to know a few people in the community, gotten good feedback on the grant application proposal so far. So basically it's good to go. I'll be submitting that in round 15. And by all accounts, I expect it to be approved. And so, yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. Just gotta wait for the next grant round to start. And then I'll start working on the second grant, or actually the third grant, but the second in progress, which is the Center for Biodiversity grant. That is the authors of the Nagoya Protocol. And that funding would go towards outreach to Native and indigenous communities who are stewards of landrace and historical cannabis populations, so that we could empower those groups to participate and educate them on what we're trying to do, and help them to participate in the global economy, the global cannabis economy, right? Not be left out and have people coming in and sniping their genetics and taking them and bringing them back and breeding them and making tons of money and patenting them, and they have no participation. So hopefully that grant will grant will go towards those efforts, we can then that would be great, for those people, as well as that'd be fantastic if we can get landrace historical data, real solid landmarks of genetic data out there, on the marketplace. I think that would be great for the marketplace and for the community as a whole. I think that effort could take us a long way. So hopefully I'll have that grant ready by the end of the month. I'll just use the ones that I've already been putting together. I have not looked into what their funding cycle is, but I'll have that grant ready at least by the end of the month. And then on to the next. I think GitCoin is coming up with another grants round, potentially early March too, so I should probably I'll go ahead and add GitCoin, because we already have a grant on GitCoin, but it wasn't approved for the previous round I submitted, so I'll have to get their attention again, because they get a lot of applications, so having them review things and approve things is a pain, but I will continue pushing. Partnerships. So yeah, DAO Denver. I'll be in Denver for a week. I'll be speaking on... not sure if I'm going to be able to... probably not going to get an actual individual speaking spot. There's too many people, but I'll be on a panel or moderating. So I'll be on stage at least once, and definitely be representing CGD hard. Got some masks printed, some custom Cannabis Genome DAO masks. We'll be rocking it. We've been listed as a partner DAO on the website now for a while, for probably like a month, and I'm up on the website now as a speaker, so I'm stoked. And DAO Denver also has a token launch that they launched yesterday on Juicebox to make the event free. So if you know any whales who just want to buy in on some DAO governance tokens, because the tokens will, anybody who participates, not only does it fund the event, but the people who buy the tokens get the DAO Planet tokens, which is the DAO who's throwing the event. So they get native tokens, and so if anybody who's trying to ape in on some DAO launches, there's one happening right now. That's a pretty awesome DAO that's throwing an awesome ETH Denver event that I am a part of and I'll be speaking at. And they can help make free by aping in. That's the DAO Denver partnership. Super stoked. And so other partnerships our main ones have been added to the website: Near Protocol, Delta Leaf, and DAO Denver. So Near Protocol obviously was our first source of grant funding. We will be launching the token contracts. And Delta Leaf is going to be one of our first sources of data, and hopefully constant stream of data. So a partner for that, from the Delta Leaf grower community, and then DAO Denver, which is we just went over. So those 3 partners are on the website, and hopefully more to come soon. So the CannaDAO is we don't have a formal DAO to DAO partnership with them yet, but I'm working on that, and so I'm just at this point an advisor to the CannaDAO, and we will hopefully be having some sort of definitely some sort of strong representation or leadership potentially in their their guilds. If there's a science guild, they're not sure exactly what it's going to be, but that would be the basis of the DAO to DAO partnership. And so we because of my advisorship, I can't really talk too much more details about that. But all I can say is that it's in progress, and things are being figured out. And as soon as there is any sort of information that is available about the DAO to DAO partnership specifically, that will be made available immediately to the DAO, because those will be DAO based decisions. So my advisorship is supplementing that, but is completely distinct and separate. So anything that is DAO to DAO would be DAO based, so that would be brought to the DAO immediately. And then outreach to Eden Network and EDA. So I'm going to go ahead and just update that. So we already talked about that, Caleb, but Eden Network is launching their own blockchain cannabis sort of platform, and that's going to be so it's pretty cool. So we're just trying to integrate and outreach to all these different groups, and I'll just go ahead and throw a Allele group on there. Continues. Cool. Any question on other partnerships or grants? I know I'm kind of just running through this, but...
Nope. Oh, good.
Sweet. Dune Blaze, what's up?
Welcome.
Goodbye. Never mind. Some people get shy, I guess. Cool. Maybe they'll watch on YouTube later. But implementation. So we talked briefly about this already, but the fork of Ocean Market is basically ready to launch. So we talked about this last week, but it's built on Ocean Market v3, and Ocean Market v4 launch is imminent. So Ocean Market v4 should be happening early, mid, definitely by the end of March. They're like rolling their eyes, thinking that it might be potentially, or that it have the possibility of being end of March. But no, they're working hard. So Ocean v4 should be ready, I would expect, early to mid March. I mean, they're a killer team. They meet their deadlines. So once we have Ocean v4 live, I will go ahead and just spin that up, the Cannabis Genome DAO version. And so that basically all the little tweaks and stuff I've been making on v3, I'll just go ahead and implement all that stuff on v4. I've been taking notes. It shouldn't be too hard to just go recreate all that stuff on v4. But v4 will have a bunch of cool new features. They have a distinction between their ERC20 datasets and they're creating this NFT version, which is not the original non-fungible version. There's a bunch of cool updates to that, but v4 will importantly not include support for Near protocol, so that will still fall on us. But again, there's been strong support for our proposal, both on the Near integration side as well as the community building and driving interest and usage for Ocean Marketplace. So usage for Ocean Marketplace is a separate category from core tech development, which is what the Near deployment would be. So the Near integration would be. So we're actually potentially eligible for 2 different categories, which makes us super eligible. And it's just a matter of deciding at which round would be more appropriate to apply for which category, depending on which things we're working on in each round. They do funding rounds every month, so we will be very eligible to continue receiving additional funding, hopefully from Ocean DAO as we continue building out the integration and the deployment of the market. So that's all rolling along. Yeah, the market's we now own CannaDAO.market is the domain that this will be launched at. So it's not live, but yeah, so that'll be ready. I think goal I think right now what we're on track for is to launch both the Ocean market as well as the token contracts for the Cannabis Genome and the DAO contracts and everything on Near on 420.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it's questionable whether or not the last thing that's going to be the issue. So the most important thing is having the token contracts and having the DAO governance in place on Near, and then deploying the marketplace separately will be easy and fine. But linking the two and integrating the market with the token contracts on Near, that is going to be the last step and potentially the most difficult. So that may not be live. We may not be able to actually use our tokens on the market. So when we launch it, we'll see. Hopefully we can get that done in time. Because that's Ocean V4. We'll have to integrate with Ocean V4, and that will only be launching in March. So that leaves us about a month to finish that integration. So hopefully I'm going to be spending the next month getting a lot of that other stuff ready. Setting up the token contracts and the DAO contracts on Near, so that when Ocean V4 and getting Ocean Market ready pretty much with V3, and then once V4 launches, hopefully I can do that the integration. I'm also working getting the Ocean smart contracts on Near. So there's a bunch of stuff I need to launch on Near before I do that final integration, and we'll get it there. But yeah, we've got support from the Ocean community. Starting to get a little reach out to Mintbase, and they've got great integrations between Near and Arweave, and Near and they've got a great front end. So that is going to be becoming our front end is becoming a Frankenstein between Mintbase and Ocean protocol, and so is the data storage sort of architecture. And the integrations with Near, so it's kind of all coming together, but hopefully it'll land perfectly on 420. If not, I think we can at least have the token contracts and do a token launch, and potentially have a marketplace up with. We'll figure out what the token's going to be. We might have it to be running just without our tokens backing the marketplace at first, and then we can, if we're managing the marketplace, we can always go back and airdrop tokens to people who use the marketplace once the tokens are connected from Near. So yeah, I think it's all lined up, and hopefully we're gonna hit that date.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so I updated the network architecture graph that's included in the white paper just to reflect the clarity in the code base, which has also been updated on GitHub, because I've been working on it. I haven't really pushed anything out to GitHub from what I've been working on, but the core repos are there. And yeah, and we've talked a lot about onboarding already. There's a bunch of new onboarding documentation that is available. Again, website's updated. Social media has been putting a lot of the updates. There's a new intro video on YouTube. We are updating Discord with the getting started steps. There are there's new information there. There's new pinned posts and a doc for weekly meetings. And all this information and links to all these things can be found in the agenda and notes for today's meeting. So that is linked on Discord, and will also be available in the description on YouTube. So there's a lot more stuff. So check out the one-page roadmap, check out the overview deck, and then get on Discord and get your guest pass, start communicating, and apply for membership. Once you start getting involved, then we can we have a coordinate circle where we can reward each other and sort of evaluate our contributions prior to launch, in addition to several other ways. So, yeah, that kind of wraps up the update run through. And it was a lot, but yeah, again, all that's in. I tried to add a lot of links into the notes this week, so if you go back
For
later,
sure. Elijah, were you able to merge your Notion accounts or
yes,
the notes?
yeah, they're fully merged now.
Okay, sweet.
Cool. Yeah, so Notion is updated. Oh, actually, I updated the notes, but not the other pages. I thought I did. Okay. So still merging Notion. Yeah, there was actually two separate Notions. One that I had on my personal account, and then one I had created on using the DAO hello at Cannabis Genome email. But so they're now being merged, and the hello at Cannabis Genome email is now the official one that contains everything, but it does contain some duplicates now. So those are still being merged. Yeah.
What's got you most excited about DAO Denver?
DAO Denver, honestly, just meeting everybody. It's gonna be really cool. There's gonna be a lot of cool people there. Meeting all the people from DAO Planet. Because I've been working with that group for like 4 months now. You know. There's gonna be a lot of people from Bankless there. There's gonna be so many people who I've been talking to and working with over the past 4 months who I've never met or even seen. You know.
Awesome.
So that's gonna be great.
Right on.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm so excited. I'm going to stay at one of my best friends in the world's house, and for like a week, and I haven't seen him in years. And all I can think about is meeting those other people. But it'll be cool. I'm gonna spend some time with him too. We'll go for hikes and stuff. Yeah, so it's just gonna be good. It'll be hopefully good change of pace and energizing and fruitful.
Sweet.
All right. Well, that was I got a message from Fear Fighter. He's traveling. Cool. Well, no worries. We're going to post these updates. Well, then I will go ahead and finish the recording, and we'll get these up.